everyone, thanks for watching another vlog. Today I thought I would take you guys on a little behind the scenes look at how I prepare for my solo show. I have one coming up in June in Denver, Colorado, and I'm going to be doing a meetup as well, so stay tuned for more details on that. But yeah, today I just really wanted to show you guys all the kind of planning and preparation that goes into preparing a body of work, so to speak, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, let's start off with some concept sketches. Some of you guys might have seen these on social media already, but I just wanted to show you. This first one I actually did without any reference, and I am just going to find reference photos that help guide me to this pose later. This piece I'm not sure if I'm going to include or not because I still have to work out the pose, but I do want to do a few horizontal pieces where you see the full length of the body and the tail. So either way, I'll be incorporating bits of this concept sketch into a painting at least. And this next one is probably my favorite, and it's obviously a mermaid hugging her tail, and I really want to expand this and do a lot more with the background. So I think I might actually turn this into a larger scale painting just to make most use of the environment around her. So yeah, these are 3 of my initial concept sketches that I did last month in preparation for the show, and it was just such a great time to brainstorm and not reject any ideas and just kind of get a first feel of what the show could look like. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys some more concept sketches that I did in this little sketchbook that features my art. Real quick, if you guys want to purchase one of these for yourself, I'll have the information about where to get them on the screen and in the description below. They're basically just in my shop. But yeah, anyways, so this is a concept sketch I worked on earlier this week, and it features this kind of open body theme that you guys might recognize from last year when I had my solo show in the same gallery. So it kind of pays homage to that theme, I guess. And I replaced the typical like flowers and leaves with more underwater life. So we have a bunch of corals, some fish, some anemones maybe, but yeah, I really want to do at least 1 or 2 pieces with this theme. I'm not sure if I want to stick with the pose because I feel like her hand kind of covers a lot of the beautiful detail here, so I might change up the pose and make her more open, so to speak. This one is a similar theme. It's more simple, so instead of having kind of a cut off decapitated head, these flowers are just growing out of her chest, and I just thought it was an interesting juxtaposition of like a classic red rose on something very aquatic and mystical, and I wanted, you know, the red rose petals on the water to really pop out. So this piece I'm going to experiment with a really simple color palette that brings a lot of focus to the red here. And this one is a horizontal piece. I'm pretty excited. I think I was wanting to do something like a narwhal mermaid because narwhals have those unicorn-looking horns, but I'm not sure what to do with the background yet because I'm thinking if she's underwater, I want her to be, you know, lying down on something interesting, or I could have her maybe half submerged in water, or maybe even above water. I mean, I'm not sure. I always struggle with the background, or maybe I should just keep it simple. Who knows? But yeah, these are the 3 that I am working on recently. So that brings my total concept sketch count to about 6. I have a few more rough ones as well. Okay, so here is my bullet journal, and I made a special little double page layout for the solo show planning, and I just wanted to quickly show you guys. Here I have laid out just a small kind of blueprint of all of my pieces. The largest rectangles are aimed to be 16 by 20. These medium-sized ones are 11 by 14, and the smallest rectangles are 8 by 10s. And then these in the dotted lines are supposed to be drawings or any other pieces I want to add. And as you can see, I have like some rough thumbnails sketched out for most of them of just generally how I want the show to look on a high level, but there are definitely a few pieces I haven't really finalized what I wanted to do yet. And even these aren't completely final. Like, for example, I might turn some of these landscape oriented pieces into portrait or vice versa. Yeah, there's a lot of wiggle room here for change. I also have a little timeline. I did this last year for my solo show as well, so maybe you guys remember this, but I pretty much map out how many pieces I have to do, an estimated time of how much each piece will take on the easel. I think a lot of times I really underestimate how long the pieces take because, you know, maybe I'm overly confident. But then yeah, I just kind of add up, and then these are other pieces I have to do for group shows and for commissions. And yeah, basically I add them all together to map out how many hours of work I have and how many days I have to complete them. And here I have a little kind of grid that I like to fill in. It gives me a really good visual of my progress. And yeah, the way I get the calculation for how many days left is with this section here. And I have 2 months mapped out, or sorry, 3 months mapped out. I have April, May, and a little bit of June. My solo show is on the 14th of June, so I think realistically I should stop working on the pieces by June 11th and give myself time to pack them and travel so that I can be in Denver on June 14th. But yeah, I basically cross out the days that I won't be available to paint. So if I have some weddings to attend or things to do on the weekends, the days that are circled in blue are days that I have available for pretty much painting the entire day. So, you know, a good like 8 to 10 hour painting session. And then on the days that aren't circled in blue, I have other tasks. For example, you know, working on your Patreon videos, YouTube videos, packaging orders, things like that. So this is just kind of a really brief and high level schedule and kind of timeline of my solo show, and this really helps. It really helps keeps me organized, keeps me on track, and makes sure that my pace is fast enough. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this look. Okay, this box is so big that it doesn't really fit on one shot, but I'm gonna try my best to show you guys as much as I can. So this box is from Treckle, which is this amazing art supply company, and I particularly love their wood panels and their brushes. So I am going to be using Treckle wood panels for my entire solo show, and I'm so excited to show you guys. I haven't actually looked inside yet, and I hope I don't spill anything, but these are some of the best, highest quality wood panels I've ever used. Let me just take away all this wrapping for now. Here we have some 8x10s. As you can see, the ones I ordered have, they're pre-primed, so you can start painting on them directly. And from the back, you can see the type of wood it is. It's a Baltic birch panel. Birch is also one of my favorite wood surfaces to paint on. I like that the grain isn't too harsh, and yeah, overall it's just very durable, and the wood absorbs the paint really well and reacts really well. So a great thing about these panels, let me just show you guys another size. So these are 11x14s, another size that I like to use. But yeah, the great thing about these panels is they are primed with oil ground, which is similar to gesso, but it's more catered for oil painting. So it actually preserves the longevity and the colors of your piece better. And I've grown to really love using oil ground instead of gesso. Of course, there's nothing wrong with gesso. Gesso panels are, you know, of course, a staple, but you know, just thought I'd try something new, and these have worked out really well. Okay, these last two panels I had to open off camera because they're so big and it took a while, so I didn't want to bore you guys. But these are 16x20-inch cradled birch panels, also with oil ground as the primer. And I'm super excited to dig into these. The cradled aspect allows for a lot of ease with hanging it. So if I'm waiting for the painting to dry, I can easily just hang it up on my wall. And then later on, if I want to install hanging wires or anything like that, the cradled thick wood really allows for a lot of flexibility. So I can't wait to start painting slightly bigger pieces with these. And yeah, these panels are some of the best I've ever used, and I'm really, really excited to use them for my solo show. And in addition to the wood panels, I also have some brushes here. These are all in filbert or liner shapes, which are my go-to shapes. I've already used a couple of them, like this guy here. Yeah, I just couldn't wait to use them before filming this video. They're actually really, really easy to use, super durable. I found that the brush shape has stayed the same, even though I've already used it for a couple of weeks. And they're really, really good quality and priced pretty well for how good quality they are, so I was very pleasantly surprised. So yeah, I am really, really pleased with the art supplies from Trickle, and they've just been a great company who've supported artists for many, many years, and they also share a lot of artworks on their Instagram page just to, you know, help support the art community, and I really appreciate what they do, and they really do have really high quality materials. So if you guys are interested in getting a little discount for your Trickle order, you can use the code HAPPYD at Trickle.com. I'll have the information on the screen and also in the description below. So right here are two different panels. I know this one is hard to see because of the light pencil undersketch, but I started off wanting to make this concept into an 8x10, but then I kind of decided I wanted to have more space and give myself more room to render all the details more closely, so I basically am gonna scrap this and instead do the painting on this 11x14. So bye bye old friend, but you know, it's okay, it's not really wasted time, it was good practice. Erasing is pretty easy. I usually just take an old paper towel, dip it into some paint thinner, and wipe this away. But yeah, I mean, because the paint is kind of old, it'll take a little bit of time, but as you can see, way easier than trying to paint over it or, I don't know, use a brush. I think with just paper towel and a little bit of elbow grease, see, it's coming right off. Goodbye, old friend. And now for the most exciting part of the video. This is gonna be a sneak peek at a few pieces that are currently in the works. They're all pretty rough right now, so nothing too polished yet. Most of them still in the first layer, but I just got so excited, can't wait to show you guys. This first piece here is 11x14, and I'm actually not sure if I want to keep her black and white with the red roses, but either way, it's going to be very muted color palette, very cool, desaturated colors, and a bright pop of red. So it's going to be a mermaid with some flowers growing out of her chest, and the petals are kind of sprinkled around on the water. And she's, I guess, bathing and holding up her hair. The second piece, also 11x14, she is going to be underwater, and I think I'm going to add a little crown here as well. The pink and rosy fish complement the rosy tones of her face, and I kind of wanted to make her an albino, really pale and silvery haired mermaid, almost like if they were an albino underwater fish. But I'm gonna keep the background simple so that we can focus on the anatomy and features on her. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm gonna give her little webbed fingers just to, you know, kind of make her look more like a hybrid of a human and a fish. So pretty excited about this one. And the last one that I'm going to show you today is a larger piece, 16x20. You can tell from the size compared to my hand. I know 16x20 isn't super big for a lot of painters, but it's actually quite a large size for me, and I actually spent way too long just even doing the quick underpainting sketch for this in black and white. It took me like a good 2 or 3 hours because I just was so not used to how composition looks on such a large surface. So I'm pretty happy with this. You guys might recognize the same concept sketch I showed you earlier. But yeah, basically she's going to be sitting on a rock, and there's going to be all this wonderful sea life around her and like a mystical, beautiful cavern of some sorts. So yeah, I really can't wait for the show, and I'm so excited to share more pieces and more progress pictures with you guys. Okay, real quick, I wanted to update you guys on the results of my watercolor kit giveaway. You guys might remember this from one of my previous time lapses. It's basically the Royal and Langnickel Beginners Essential watercolor supply kits, and it's what I used to create this time lapse here. I'm just gonna quickly scrub through so you guys can see. But yeah, basically I wanted you guys just to comment below what you wanted to create with this piece, and I'm so overwhelmed with the results. I'm so flattered that over 1,400 of you guys entered this giveaway, and I really wish I could pick all of you. But yeah, this set from Royal and Langnickel, oh, here is where I show it. So yeah, it includes 29 pieces, including paint, brushes, a palette, a sponge, watercolor paper, and a cute little silver traveling case. And the lucky winner is Jenny and Art. Congrats so much, Jenny. I am so excited for you to receive this watercolor kit. Jenny wrote, "Hi Happy, I'm loving your watercolor painting. It looks stunning. I'd like to enter your giveaway. The box set looks fabulous. I am positive my first art piece will be surreal and very fantasy inspired. Thanks heaps, Happy." Oh, well, you're very welcome, Jenny, and I cannot wait for you to try out this kit. I'm really sad I couldn't pick everyone, but if you didn't win this time, don't worry. I'll be making way more of these giveaways in the future with Royal and Langnickel, and therefore you have many more exciting chances to get your hands on some of these awesome free art supplies. And honestly, if you really love the kit and just want to purchase one for yourself, I'm just gonna link in the description below a place where you can just purchase it, because it is a really awesome kit and it's not too expensive. So yeah, you don't really have to win a giveaway to receive it if you guys really want to try it out. But that being said, more giveaways are definitely coming up soon, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. I gotta go continue doing some work, but it was so good to have you guys along with me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who always send me such encouraging comments, you guys are the best. And if you like these types of videos, I would really appreciate a thumbs up or a subscribe. It would really help out my channel, and I can't wait to share more art videos with you guys. So I hope you guys have a lovely day wherever you are, and hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!